What if a man or a woman finds out later on that the person that they've married is asexual or bisexual? Firstly, like, how do they deal with that, and what are their rights? With a bit of a focus on the woman's right, is she allowed to seek instant divorce? Could you talk to us a bit about that scenario, please?
Firstly, as I have understood it, the Maliki position, which is, and I feel it is the strongest of the views, and Allah knows best, a woman can seek divorce for absolutely no reason other than she has lost love and she is not interested in the relationship. It is called khulu. Khulu is divorce at the instance of the wife for reasons best known to her. In other words, if we look at the time of the Prophet ﷺ, a companion, Thabit bin Qais, his wife had lost love for him. She told the Prophet she wanted a divorce. She didn't say the husband had done anything. She had nothing to complain about her husband other than she had lost interest in him. And when he was moving with his friends, he was the least attractive of them to her. And she did not want that to result in her not fulfilling any of her duties or being unfair to her husband, and she wanted a divorce. The Prophet asked the husband, so after it was clear from the husband, from the wife, that she definitely wanted to be out of this, for no fault of the husband, the Prophet asked her, are you ready to give back the orchard that your husband gave you as the mahar, the marital gift, what here we call sadaki? And she said, yes, I'm actually ready to double it if necessary. And the Prophet said no. So he spoke to the husband to accept it, and he did. So we have a number of cases during the time of the Sahaba where a woman wanted divorce from her husband, and once it was clear she wanted this, even though the husband did not want the divorce, both in the case of Umar bin Khattab, in the case of Uthman bin Affan, they gave the woman the right for divorce, even though the husband was not in favor of such a divorce. So the key point I'm just, putting here is the husband doesn't have to do something wrong. He doesn't have to be anything, do anything. So the moment the wife feels, I cannot live with this, and it's not her escaping responsibility, it's not her trying to exploit her husband, it's her trying to be happy, live a life where she feels being alone would be more fulfilling than being with her husband. He is able to meet her rights and everything, but she has just completely lost love for him. She can go out of marriage. Having said that, I'm not opening the door, just flinging it open. Anybody just get out if you want. Actually, if you go to Sharia courts in Nigeria, in places where we have these courts, usually if you tell the judge, I want a divorce from my husband, and you start giving reasons, the judge will try to move it into counseling and to see what alternative dispute resolution, just how to get them back together again, because the maqasid, an objective of Sharia, is to preserve marriage, not to break it. If, however, the wife says, I want a divorce, and the judge asks why, and she just says, personal reasons, I prefer not to divulge, and she insists that's just it, then the judge would usually see how to facilitate that. Again, respecting the right of the woman to step out of marriage legally at her own instance, whether the husband likes it or not. The key thing would just be what would be the khulu, how would they separate, which is a separate issue when it comes to what does she give back, or does she even get anything if there's some form of abuse or there's a good reason for her wanting a divorce. So if it is the husband, the point I'm making is the husband doesn't even have to do anything for the wife to have the right for divorce. So if, however, the wife is facing a husband who is being promiscuous, the wife is facing a husband who is not sure of his own gender, there are many other scenarios, from irresponsibility to unfaithfulness, that would be enough for the wife to say, you know what, I can't be more patient with this. She may choose to be patient. The husband may be unfaithful, and the wife decides, you know what, I can live with it. I'm not saying that's advisable. I'm just saying it is her choice which kind of husband and quality of relationship she wants to keep. And the same thing with the husband. If the wife is being unfaithful, or the wife is a lesbian, or she's involved in zina, or the husband is homosexual and is involved in this and that, it's up to the two of them to decide between them and Allah, is this something they will forgive? Is this something they want to live with? Is this something that is in the best interest of the children, that have been gifts and responsibilities that Allah has given each of them? So to your question, in the case of a wife whose husband is either shifting, even without shifting, she can get a divorce. If she is shifting, that's probably even a greater reason to have a divorce, that a judge would actually say, in fact, you're the one who has been betrayed, so you don't give back any sadaqi in the case. So it's equivalent to what they call darar, which is harm to the wife. A little like if you insult the parents of a wife, it is a basis for which she can get a divorce without refunding anything. Wallahu alam.
Thank you very much for that.